What is going on, everybody? Welcome to TTMS special number 19, guys. 19 episodes of TTMS, and it's been awesome. Been a lot of fun. And shout out to you guys for just showing up because when it comes to TTMS specials, I'll just do it on the day. When I feel like it, let's do it. But, guys, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of the ponies are talking that shit about certain Xbox games. Even the media's talking that shit. But we're definitely going to be talking about it. But guys, before I get into it, let me give a shout out to some of the homies in the chat. Starting with Web Dave's in the chat. What's going on, Playboy? TTS Player. Mitchy Poo, what's good? Nine Lives. Why So Serious? Game Shock. Sapo. Crispy Bomb. Crispy Rambo. Who else? Mr. Fernando. Byron Morse. John Jackson. The Black Knight. Primus Gaming. Struggly Rock. Oh, my internet things come up. Gummy Hernandez. Let me know if the internet connection's on shit. Gummy Hernandez. More B. Chill. Carlos. That's right. It's Forza Day. I've been playing that today, so I'll give my quick impressions on that. Doggy Dog 420. Sarcastic Taros. Other Zinc. What's good, Victor? Motherfucking Click. What's going on? Playboy. Javier. Maurice Branch. Am I botting already? Unbelievable. Don Sicario. Deploy 619. Taral Smile. Deploy. What's going on, Dolanite? Hey guys, let me know if I'm botting. Let me hear myself. 1 second. Let me hear myself. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nah, the internet should be alright. I don't know. It just keeps spiking up and down. And obviously, the weather in the UK is kind of shit at the moment. So, what's going on, guys? Man, listen, hit that like button. We got 76 people here. There's a lot of good news, a lot of positive news for the Xbox side. And trust me, I believe by the end of this week, it's going to be crazy. If it goes down the way it's going to go down, it's going to be crazy. Bunty, what go on, Playboy? What is up, Playboy? Abdul's in the chat. What's good, my G? My bum gums MBG, baby. What's going on, killer? Oh, you thought I was like, oh, come on, Mandingo. There's no need for that shit. There's no need for that crap. How dare you compare me to Mr. Moonface guy? How dare you have the nerve to compare me to that POS? You seen this shit? You seen this thumbnail when he does this? Some shit like that? The guy's a weirdo. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, compare me to that POS, you POS. But shout out to you, homie, man. Retro Gamer, what's going on? Ponies is done. They are done. They don't want to believe it. Judgment Day is coming for them POSs. Amit Kumar, Struggly Rock, what's going on, Killer? Aaron, what's good? We will definitely talk about what's been going on with Forza Motorsport, but I want to talk about these PlayStations first party studios. What's happening with PlayStation? That's what I want to talk about. Because ponies love talking about Xbox. They love talking that shit. Even though if it's positive news, they still talk that shit. So do you know what? I'm going to talk that shit. You guys in the chat will be talking that shit. This is how we do it over here. We don't play that shit. I don't care if people come look at these bots. No, we are bots. I don't care if we bias. Echo chamber, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be talking that shit all day, every day. That's how we roll over here. F them punk ass bitches. Sean Johnson, what's going on, killer? Doing a hit piece on Motorsport. Bro, listen. I knew some shit was going to go down, but we'll definitely talk about it, bro. Let me get these supers before we get into it. Adidas 20-0 with the 10. Xbox has these ponies in their feelings. Facts, bro. Ponies in their feelings? Listen, PlayStation had nothing but negative news this year. Absolutely negative news. They launched, we'll get to it. Long live the Black Mamba with the 2. Factions pack got me coughing. Oh shit. That's right, factions. That's what we're going to talk about. We're definitely going to be talking about that dog shit multiplayer factions from Naughty Dog. It's got you coughing. Facts, bro. Shout out to you, homie. The homie Drone TJ with the 2. He goes, hi, Sean. Normally, Drone TJ will come out and say bye, everybody. Shout out to the homie Drone TJ, man. Old school gamer there. Why so serious with the 5? There's ponies crying in every Forza review, and Spider-Man 2 is shorter than Starfield side quest. Do you know what? Why so serious? You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. When it comes to a Starfield side quest, let me tell you something. That one side quest is just like 6-7 hours easy, like the main mission. Then it continues after that. So that's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. Who else do we have in the chat? We got Long Live the Black Mamba as well. Saltwagon Aaron. Gummy Hernandez, 9 lives, 210. Let me see who else do we have before we get into it. Real non-stop talent. You know it, Playboy. You know it. Oh, Dustin Legatti. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Dustin Legatti as well. What's going on with these guys. But fair plays, listen. Let's get it. Before we get into the Forza stuff, hit that like button. Let's get into the Last of Us bullshit. What are we now? 6:40. Now, guys, listen to me. Before we get into this, let me get a super chat from the homie Silent Cypher with a 2. Goes TTMS, Sean. Good morning, chat. Morning, it's evening for me, Playboy. But shout out to Silent Cypher, bro. And hopefully we'll get him. He's going to be coming on WBG real soon as well. Now, guys, I want to talk about PlayStation first party studios. I want to talk about the state of PlayStation. Where is Jason Schreier right now? No, Jason Schreier is doing okay. But where is the media, the IGNs, the GameSpots? Where are these dudes talking about PlayStation? What's going on with PlayStation Studios? Where are them hit pieces? Nowhere to be seen, guys. Nowhere to be seen. Not one hit piece from IGN or GameSpot. Why? Because we know why. Because they're paid by PlayStation. You know it. Nine Live, they're gonna ignore that shit every day. Web Dave done some investigating, and some of the sites, you look at some of the sites who was it kind of owns like PC Gamer, Eurogame, and all these type of people, IGN. You'd be surprised who owns them. Web Dave will tell you. If Web Dave's in a chat, he will tell you exactly kind of like what's happening with that, with them articles and them sorry, 1 second, guys. Yeah, with them media sites. He will tell you, Web Dave. I'm not lying. Web Dave will tell you what's going on with that shit. But getting back to The Last of Us, we're gonna start with The Last of Us. Then we'll get into all of the thing that's been happening this year from PlayStation recently as well. Now, guys, we've been hearing for a minute. Where is The Last of Us factions? Now, I remember. Let me pull this up. Then I'll pull it back 1 second. I remember guys out here were talking that shit about Halo Infinite. Guys out here were talking that shit about Gears 5 multiplayer. Now, when they were talking shit, they were talking shit about the multiplayer. Okay, fair plays. When PlayStation drops a multiplayer game with a single player game, then we can talk. It's been years, and I mean years, since PlayStation has dropped a multiplayer game, a first party multiplayer game, alongside with a single story campaign with it. Now, people were talking about, I'm excited. I love The Last of Us Faction Part 1. I love that game. I put 3, 4, 5, 600 hours into the first game when it comes to the multiplayer side of this. Now, guys, they were looking forward to Part 2. Now, this is here. Zip Davis was the publisher for PlayStation Magazine, guys. Web Dave, thank you for that. I appreciate it because I knew you knew something about this. I'm always listening. Remember that, Playboy. Zip Davis was the publisher for PlayStation Magazine that bought IGN. Zip or Ziff, whatever the name. Who cares, Web Dave? Do you see this shit? This says it all, but we'll get back to that. This says, shout out to Web Dave. Now, guys, they were waiting for Last of Us Factions 2. They go, do you know what? Naughty Dog is one of the best studios in the game right now. And when they drop Last of Us Factions 2 and it's coming out, trust me, it's going to be killing every Xbox first party game. It's going to be one of the best multiplayer games when it launches in the gaming streets. I go, okay, let's wait for this game. Because The Last of Us first game was a dope game. I love the first game. Second one was a technical masterpiece. I'll give it. Some of the story beats were kind of dog shit, but overall a technical masterpiece. And I was waiting for this Last of Us Factions 2. And I remember Neil Druckmann. He was what's going on, Zinc? Photo bro, what's good mechanic? What's good player? Xbox Mike, what's going on, killer? I remember last year, was it Summer Game Fest? I believe it was. Neil Druckmann was said, "Do you know what? We will share more about when it comes to the Last of Us Factions 2. We will share more." That was in 2022, guys. It is the end of 2023. Nothing. Zip. Zero. Silent. Nada. Nothing's coming out from PlayStation. The only thing that's coming out of PlayStation is bad news. Take a look at this shot on the screen, guys. According to one sources told Kotaku, the Last of Us multiplayer game. Guys, remember this. This was supposed to be the game of the games of the games of all multiplayer games that was coming out this year. According to Kotaku, the Last of Us multiplayer game is currently on ice. That bitch is frozen. What does that mean? Nobody's working on that shit. That's what that means. Nobody's working on that dog shit Factions 2 multiplayer right now. What's happening with PlayStation right now? It's crazy to me. Let me continue. The multiplayer game, while not completely cancelled, that's right, it's not cancelled, but I'm obviously talking shit. It's basically on ice at this point. So basically, they ain't working on that shit right now. They ain't working on the Last of Us 2 Factions right now when it comes to the multiplayer. Hitting the field goals. What's going on, Playboy? God Empress Sofa King. What's good? Amal Kafaji. What's going on, Playboy? This is what I'm talking about. Let's keep it real. We said it from day one. When it comes to live service games, multiplayer games, it's not easy. Let's keep it a buck. Last generation, a lot of the free to play games have taken over. And that's what it is. It's going to happen. It's not easy coming into the market, especially with free-to-play games and a new generation of gamers. We could talk about, most of us in the chat are, obviously, we are older gamers. But the game is changing right now. Free-to-play is where it's at. You got the Fortnite, you got the Apex Legends, you got Minecraft. All of these games are absolutely killing it right now. But looking at this here, when Halo Infinite launched, I love the game. Single player was fire. Multiplayer was fire. Now we know that it's hard to put content out. To do content every month is not easy. It's not easy doing a live service game. That's what only a few of the games kind of like Fortnite. They have like thousands of people working on the game. Same with Call of Duty. They have 3,000 people working on them type of games. So many developers are working on these games. So it's not easy making a live service games. But I was told by these ponies that, you know what? PlayStation don't need all of them people. PlayStation, when they drop a multiplayer game, when they release a multiplayer game, it's going to be the shit. They're going to show how to do it versus Halo. Halo was a failure. They said Halo was a failure at launch. Watch when Last of Us 2 comes out and it will show how to do it. It will show Halo how it's done. It will show 343 Industries how to do it, how to make a live service game. Only to find out them punk asses, their favorite game, their favorite studio, the number one studio is put on ice. That's what's happening right now, guys. The number one studio, remember this, guys, this is the number one studio, is put on ice. Now, do you remember when people were talking that shit? Let me remove this for a second. Do you remember when people were talking that shit? Well, when it comes to 343, they need changes. Changes happen. Phil Spencer came and goes, listen, regardless if the game fails or not, they will still get the support. They will still continue to make Halo games. Changes need to be happen. It's happening right now. It's happened. Halo will be cooking, and obviously when it comes to the multiplayer, I'm not been back in a minute. I've heard a lot of people, you guys in the chat, Halo's firing right now. But the future of Halo, we know what's happening with the future of Halo. But I remember when they were talking that shit about Halo Infinite, especially Halo Infinite. Do you know why they were talking shit? Because they love to see when any negative news comes out with Xbox games, they love talking that shit. They absolutely love talking that shit. But they always forget. I said this on, I think, WBG or TTS, I can't remember. When you're trying to when you say, imagine me giving advice to some of you guys in a chat, you're like, for example, other zinc, your house, you should move this here, your house looks like shit, you should clean your house, you should on this day you should clean your house, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, you should look after your house. Then you come to my house and it looks like shit. Absolutely looks like shit. You're gonna say yo, Sean, you're full of it. You telling me my houses looks like shit, but your house is worse than mine. You always forget, you dumbass ponies always forget. Look at your own house first of all. Stop looking across the street. Look at your own house and make sure that shit is solid before you can talk. If your house is nice and clean, then come and talk that shit if you wanted to. But when you look at your own house, it's full of shit. Carl Weeb, my brother, what's going on, killer? What's good, my brother, man? Carl Weeb's a smart man. He knows what's going on. He gets pissed off recently. He's been getting pissed off. Ray Old, what's going on? Karma is the bitch. Ham Solo, what's going on, Playboy? What's good, killer? You seen this shit on Twitter? But getting back to the houses. People forget. Look at your own house and find out what's going on. Sophie, what's going on, Playboy? Hope you well, killer. Hope you well. VT feeds. This is what you gotta understand. So much changes is happening. They forgot. They didn't keep the eye on the ball. That's what's happening right now. They didn't keep the eye on the ball. I want to pull up something quickly. 1 second, guys. I want to pull up something quickly. And you know what? I'll pull up this. Where is it now? I'm going to pull up the homie Dirk Griggity's tweet. Because I like to, promote the homies as well. Let me pull up the homie Dirk Griggity tweet. This was today. Let me get the super chat. Sorry about this, guys. Nuisance with the 2. What's going on, killer? Because TTS Sean, that POS 5 is pure dog shit. Facts, bro. Absolutely dog shit. Nobody wants that shit. Long live the Black Mamba with a 2. The game is on ice. It needs a new. Its new name is Cracktans. TTS, bro. Sorry, I got that bad mistake. Once again with the 2 as well, bro. J-Dub said faction will launch before Starfield. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, we'll get to that, bro. I got the receipt for that. I absolutely got the receipt for that. Now the homie, Mr. Eldrick, what's going on? Dusty's in the chat. Mr. Eldrick, Dusty, Nine Lives, Silent Cypher, Dolomite, Mr. Dusty, wherever we got. Why so serious? Take a look at the screen. People are complaining about Forza right now, crying over Forza, but I understand it's a console war. So talk that shit. But like I said earlier, look at your own house before you say some shit to somebody else. This has been the news for the past couple of weeks. Jim Ryan is leaving Sony, aka he's been kicked out. Faction has been put on ice. Basically, nobody's working on that bitch. Kotor is cancelled. Basically, nobody's working on that bitch. Even though they were talking that shit, even though when they said that Kotor, how could Phil Spencer let that slip away? When Obsidian made part 2, and the first one was on Xbox, the OG platform, how could Phil Spencer not keep his eye on the ball? How could he let that slip away? Phil Spencer knew that when Sony made a partnership with Aspire, whatever you want to call them, dog shit studio, he knew the game's gonna be dog shit. But you all you guys were capping. How could you? How could you let that slip, Phil Spencer? Bitch, who's slipping now? Who's slipping now? Koto's slipping now. Don't get me wrong, I don't like to make fun of people losing jobs or, studios not doing well. But listen, this is TTMS. When ponies are talking that shit, you best believe I'm going to talk that shit back. I'm not going to stay quiet. This ain't last generation. This is a different generation, Playboy. You still are saying Xbox is dog shit when Xbox has been killing it right now. Especially what they're doing in the gaming space. But let me continue. Deviation game is cancelled. Who remembers Deviation Game? I remember them punk asses, bitch asses. Look, Deviation Game will make a better game than 343 Industry. They say they will make a better game than Halo. Bitch! What's happened? Cancelled. PlayStation first party roadmap besides swing to the left, cha-cha-cha, swing to the right, cha-cha-cha Spider-Man game, which will be a good game. I'm certain of it. That's all they got this year. What have they got? What is their roadmap? Marathon? What? Hell fucking divers? Nobody gives a shit about them games. Let's be real. And when I mean nobody, I mean the PlayStation community. The PlayStation community was out here capping for that the last state of play. Who remembers this shit? Let me pull this up for a second. Guys, if you don't remember this, the last state of play, they worried about Xbox. But let me tell you something. These are the same dudes. Where is this shit? Same dudes. When it came to the last state of play, the same dudes were saying it's 11 out of 10. 10 out of 10. When it comes to baby steps.
10 out of 10. This was incredible. This is a 10 out of 10. Bart, what's your score?
11 out of 10. Yo, listen, everything that I wanted, I got.
PlayStation.
Do you hear this shit? The show started with baby steps, and these punk asses are talking about 11 out of 10. Silent Cypher, what are we doing here, Playboy? What are we doing here? That's the shit I'm talking about. You don't give a shit about Helldivers. You don't give a shit about Marathon. You don't give a shit about none of them games. That was straight up cap. Straight up cap. Because they showed two games. Them two games, Final Fantasy, we got to see that shit last year at Jeff Keighley's show. Spider-Man, we got to see that shit in May. And you punk asses have the nerve to give that shit 11 out of 10. Because of Baby Steps. Baby Steps started off the show, guys. Remember that. Baby Steps started off the show. And you're giving that shit 11 out of 10. What kind of bullshit's that? Now getting back to, let me get these super chats. Man, where's my water? Let's find my water. God Emperor Sofa King. What's going on, Playboy? Shout out to you for becoming a member or re-upping as well, Playboy. Dolanite with the 2. Smack that like button, homies. Smack it. Yeah, bro. Shout out to the 200 plus people here, guys. Call me, we'll get to that, Playboy. Now, getting back to the Last of Us factions. Who remembers this shit here, guys? I remember these pigeon-chested dudes had so much confidence that they actually believed that when it comes to factions versus Starfield, factions will launch before Starfield. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Why do these dudes keep coming and keep talking that shit with the pigeon chest out? Actually believing that that's what's gonna happen. And the person I'm talking about is this punk ass Xbox Zoom in. You see this shit? Yeah, facts, Silent Cypher. What's going on, John Jackson? I need some water. Where's my water gone, man? But anyway, I'll get some water in a bit. Look at this shit. Dudes are here. Capping. Factions will launch before Starfield. Remember this tweet. Do you know what? Xbox zoom in extra. Zoom in extra. Just in case you can't see it properly. Just in case you guys wear glasses. Take a look at the screen. This is what I'm talking about. Faction will launch before Starfield. Remember this tweet. Hashtag Naughty Gods. Hashtag The Last of Us 2 sold 10 million. Hashtag who gives a shit? J-Dub, where is the game right now? Where is the same tweet talking about Last of Us factions? Nope. You're too busy talking about Forza Motorsport. Faction has been put on ice. Faction is dead. Gone. That's what's happened. Yo, J-Dub, do you know what to do? I'll be honest with you, J-Dub. I'll say one thing and one thing only. Why don't you get this tweet?
And shove it up your ass.
That's what you should do with this tweet. Because it's full of shit. This is what I'm talking about, guys. When I say look at your own house, be very cautious before you say something to somebody else. Look at your own shit. These dudes, their eye was off the ball, only to find out their own house is on fire. That's what's happening right now, and I fucking love it. Absolutely love it. I love it when all of these dudes are crying. I love it when these dudes are here putting tweets like this out and talking about faction will launch before Starfield. Remember this tweet. That's the confidence they had. Listen, guys, when it comes back, let me remove this shit for a second. When it comes to last generation, guys, a lot of these dudes had a lot of confidence. A lot of these dudes were talking that shit because PlayStation were doing really good. That's all it was. They were having a lot of fun. Only to find out they forgot to look at their own house. I always talk about this, guys. Always talk about this. Let me pull this up here. 1 second, guys. Never ever forget. Remember that shit. When Xbox was struggling a bit, when Xbox wasn't doing that good, what did we say? Xbox needs to do better. Xbox needs to acquire more studios. Xbox needs to drop more quality games, like more consistent. What's been happening? This year alone, besides Redfall, which has got a lower score, which people enjoyed like the homies in the chat, overall has been a killer year. We asked for Xbox to be better. We asked for Xbox, come on guys, man, you Microsoft, come on, let's go. Let's do it, man. You got the money behind this. We asked for all of that. And what happened in 2020, 2018, but 2020 was a game changer. They banned publishers, they banned studios, they banned the biggest publishers in the game right now. That's what they're doing right now. Xbox is doing what we wanted them to do. But when it comes to the PlayStation, they're just happy. They stay quiet. When it came to that PlayStation price hike, that $40 increase from the highest tier, what did PlayStation fans do? Nothing. Silent. Disappeared. Clowns. When Xbox were trying to put that price hike up with Xbox Live Gold, we all came out and said, listen, Xbox, this ain't it. I don't like it. This ain't it. 16 hours later, boom. Xbox changed their policy. This is what we're talking about. This is the difference. And I love it. Shout out to the Xbox community. Listen, there's a few bad eggs in any like console war. You know that. When it comes to Xbox, PlayStation, there's a few bad eggs. But overall, when we want to put when we want to pull up to someone, for example, like Phil Spencer, Xbox, when they make a mistake, we pull up and say, listen, this is wrong. Correct this. We want better. But when PlayStation does something, they stay quiet. They disappear. What do they pull out? They pull out some game from the. They pull out like something like Last of Us. It's got a 94 rated game. We're not worried about that. Bitch, you should be worried. Why? Because look at this shit here, guys. This shit is crazy to me. Look at this shit. Xbox zoom in. You should be worried. You should be worried. According to Jason Schreier, Sony's pivot to live service games has been uncomfortable for some of their studios, and some insiders are worried about Sony's seemingly misplaced bets on live service games. From what I've seen from gamers, also seems less than. Listen, guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I need some water, guys. 1 second. Where's my water, guys? 1 second. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. My bottle was just around the corner. This is the shit we're talking about. When you have to pivot and make a different move, it's not easy. When you're so used to making single player games, and when it comes to your infrastructure as well, we talked about it so many times. Xbox has been making moves from 2014, 2015, 2016. How they want to dictate the market when it comes to the gaming market space. How can we increase the share How can we get bigger? Xbox knew this back then, that consoles in the console space is not enough anymore. Why do we keep hitting these numbers? Overall, Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox, we can't get past 300 million consoles. What seems to be the problem? Xbox knew they had to do something different because everything is going up. Price increases is going up. Making games is not easy. Sorry, making games is not easy anymore. Costs a lot of money. Takes a lot of time. So you need to make the most money you can as possible. As a business, you need to make the most out of it. What did Xbox do? Put the games on PC day and day. Start pushing the games on cloud. Start putting the games on PC on Steam. Start putting the games on TV. Given the opportunity to Steam Deck, Asus ROG Ally, G Cloud, the cloud gaming handheld markets, their games. Day one. Later on, I'm not sure what's going to be the next. That's what they're doing. They're putting the games everywhere. Available to everybody. As much as possible. Because they know the console space is limited. This is the problem we're talking about. Now, when it comes to these live service games with PlayStation, they're trying to make some extra money because they're single player games. Regardless how high quality they are, they can be the best quality ever. But when it comes to making money, continue to make money after 2, 3, 4 months, they don't make money after that. But when it comes to multiplayer games like Xbox, they continue to make money. That's what we're talking about, guys. That's what we're talking about. This is why they're trying to pivot to live service games. And the problem is right now, guys, they only started on this. COVID took a lot of time. They could have they announced this in like 2020, 2021, but COVID came into play. It's gonna take a long time. A long time to produce these type of game. A high quality game with a lot of content. After content. It's not easy making the live service games, but that's what Sony, according to Jason Schreier, which, listen guys, he's a POS. He might be a POS. Not might, he is a POS. But his sources are really good. I'm not surprised if PlayStation studios are not happy with it. They don't like change. Who likes changes? When you're used to making a game, in a certain way, and only one type of game, you're comfortable. But when you get told to make something different, you're not gonna like it because you're not used to it. Over the years, you'll be making single player games just on one platform. But now they're telling you to make a single player game and make a multiplayer game beside it. That's why a lot of these studios are struggling. That's why these 10 live services games, like Deviation games, got cancelled. That's what The Last of Us Factions 2 on ice, frozen. They probably leave that for a minute now. They might just scrap it. They might keep it on pause. They might just release that bitch and just let it die. That's what might happen. Let me get these two supers. Boss Red 77 with a 5. I'm mad I wanted to play that mediocre game, Factions, because everybody knows Naughty Dog is known for Halo Killer multiplayer games. It went from a 4 out of 10 to a 0 out of 10. Talk that shit, Playboy. Talk that shit. And the homie Raiden Blade with the 4 months. J-Dub, least layoff at Microsoft, gets paid unlike SIE. Facts, bro. Facts. Let me remove this for a second, guys. And here we go. See, this is where you gotta understand, guys. I know you guys understand this. Microsoft is Deploy 619, MetaQuest. They announced the Game Pass on that shit as well. Regardless if it's only 10,000 people play on that shit, that's still 10,000 people extra. That's what it's all about. Putting your games everywhere so people can access them. Regardless how they want to access it, mobile, tablets, laptop, handheld market, console, PC, MetaQuest. I don't know what else is going to be around in the future. That's the whole point of this. What's going on, too, man? Hope you well. Paul AFC, what's going on, killer? Duke Tog is in the chat as well. What's good, man? Yo, Naughty Dog can't make shit. Let's keep it a buck. When it comes to the PC porting, they were a disgrace. Absolutely a disgrace. That's what I gotta say, bro. It's crazy to me, bro. I want to pull one more tweet from my pony, and I love it when these ponies are talking about. I love when ponies cry. And then we'll talk about Forza Motorsport. Shout out to the 260 people here, man. Hit that like button for you, homie. Let's get it going, people. Now, guys, we know The Last of Us is on ice. Guys, we know Deviation Game Project may be cancelled. Personally, I think it's cancelled up. It's going to be a setback. But you look at games like Marathon, Fair Games, and Concord. Every one of them games had CG trailers. So who knows how far away them games are. They need the games right now, right here, right now. This is what we're talking about. Every single one of them games had CG trailers. They laughed when Xbox had them CG trailers. Laughed at them. This is why Xbox acquired so many studios and publishers. They knew they needed studios working on multiple games, different type of games for every type of gamer. That's what I'm talking about. Every type of gamer. You gotta understand, there's so many gamers out there. You gotta cater to everybody. And how do you do that? You don't do it organically. None of that bullshit. Drone TJ, I was playing, I'll talk about Forza Motorsport. I was playing it today. I took a trip to New Zealand as well. Shout out to the homie Justin March for gifting 5 TTS memberships, bro. Shout out to you, homie, man. Respect to Justin March, man. Always supporting the homies and that. And guys, give him a shout out. Make sure you give him a shout out for gifting you a membership, guys. Use your emojis. My homie Doug Greeties in the chat. I love it. Absolutely love it. Getting back to this. All of the games are CG trailers. And let's be real, a lot of the PlayStation gamers are not used to play multiplayer games. Are not used to live service games. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the problem is. A lot of people were happy when Jim Ryan was booted out of the PlayStation. Why? Because they believed that, listen, he was pushing for the PC platform and putting the games in more places. And I'll be honest with you, Jim Ryan, that is the right move. But the problem is sometimes you're a bit late to the party. And when you're late to the party, you get left behind. Leading into this generation, I remember guys like Colin Moriarty from Sacred Symbols. I remember the other piece of shit PlayStation dudes on Twitter. And maybe you can search this on Twitter and talk about PlayStation does it the right way. PlayStation focuses on the console space. PlayStation does it the traditional way. That's how you do it. And when you drop your games on PC or other platform, you do it 2 years later. But only to find out that the games 2 years later on PC ain't doing shit. Absolutely dog shit. Not even cracking 1 million sales. That's what we're talking about, guys, here right now. What's going on, Toolman? What's good, player? That's what we're talking about, guys. These guys actually believe that PlayStation knows how to do it the right way. Listen, if PlayStation could drop the games day and day, they would. They can't do it because they're not prepared for that shit. You seen what happened with The Last of Us Remake Part 1? That shit got a 54 Metacritic on PC. Why? Because the PC porting skill is pure dog shit. Silent Cypher, I'll talk about it, bruv. I played it today. I played 1.5 hours today, I think so. I did the introduction cup. I completed the introduction cup, which takes about an hour and a half. Dope game, bro. Some stages look beautiful. Some stages do look a bit dull, I'll be honest with you. But overall, the way the game feels, I'll talk about it in a bit. Deploy 19, 100%. New Zealand, yeah, guys, it's available. You can play in New Zealand. If you got the premium edition, go for it. The game looks great. It feels great. I'll definitely talk about it quickly. Now, guys, I'm going to pull up something. 1 second. Where is this stuff here? Before I change this, there's something I want to look at. Something I want to show you. And people think about, look, Xbox is doing dog shit. People should be worried about Xbox. I looked at this tweet. And do you remember when people were talking about PlayStation sales? Booker D, what's going on, killer? Let me share my screen. Do you remember when they were talking about PlayStation sales? Let me pull this up. PlayStation's been killing it. PlayStation is the #1 selling console. Now I want you guys to look at this and I'll have some water, guys. Travel right now. Yeah, bro. Travel right now, bro. Silent Cypher. I'm not sure if I got you as a friend on Xbox. Let me know, bro. It's the same as my name, Sean786. Been playing some Forza Motorsport. Will definitely, bro. Great. You love it, bro. Trust me. Some stages do look a bit dull, but I love it, bro. I love the penalty system. But we'll talk about it now, guys. This person, when he this is in 2020 to 2021. One person spent 2.3 million during the pandemic on PlayStation 5s. From November 2020 to August 21, I helped secure over 4,500 units nationwide. Sorry, collecting during a nationwide when it was a stock issue. This person acquired 4,500 units. One person acquired 4,500 units. How crazy is that, guys? You're looking at the shit. Look how crazy this is. One person got 4,500 units, and we've seen them videos about PlayStation, with guys selling PlayStations on them street corners. This is what I'm talking about. Nobody, look, PlayStation may be selling consoles, but that bitch is sitting in the street corners. Sitting in the corners, guys. Nobody's buying that shit. You see that? Look, now I'm gonna zoom into the shit. 1 second. Oh shit. This person here, it actually shows how she was doing it. He or she. Order, buying the PlayStation. Order received. Cancel. Received. Look at the email this person's been getting. I'll zoom into it a bit more. This one person was buying PlayStations like this. Look how many PlayStation this person was buying for Walmart. Look at this picture here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. One person was buying the PlayStation. Now, guys, let me tell you something. Fair play the PlayStation sold. But is them bitches getting used? Now we know why nobody's buying them games. Now we know why Final Fantasy, that bitch only did 3 million. And the old one, Final Fantasy Remake, did 7 million. Nobody's playing that shit. Nobody's buying that shit. Because the PlayStation is chilling out in the street corners. One person acquired 4,500 PlayStation 5s. 4,500 PlayStation 5 for one person, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Jim Ryan might have been a POS, but he was right about certain things. He was right about one thing, sorry. The 10s and the 20 ain't enough anymore. You piece of shit ponies, non-cappers, ain't enough anymore. Our games are costing $200 million, $300 million. Scalpers, facts, bro. Costing that much money. And we're having problems. The games are costing too much and only 10 million people are buying it. 15, 20 at maximum. That's why you've seen Spider-Man 2 bundled. That's why you've seen that fat bitch Aloy bundled. God of War bundled. That's why you've seen every one of the games. They're forcing the bundle, guys. That's what they're doing. Force bundle. So they can sell that shit. Let me go back to the main tweet. Xbox zoom in. There we go. PK Thunder, woo! With a 10. IGN is a piece of shit. PlayStation has been getting hit with bad news after bad news, but here comes IGN with their Xbox tax. All because you can't money hat your upgrade. You know, PK Thunder, you make a great point there, Playboy. Absolutely a great point. These dudes here, 1 second. IGN, you're full of shit. I'm surprised IGN give it an 8 out of 10, to be honest. That did surprise me. We'll get to that. And Web Dave made a great point. He had some, he did have some, information about who acquired, IGN and certain websites. So we'll see how it goes. Now, 2.3 million spent. 4.5 thousand units, guys. Just remember that. One person got this shit. So no wonder nobody's buying games on that dog shit PlayStation platform. Keep talking about game sales. Keep talking about Xbox. That's all they do. Keep talking about Xbox. That's their favorite thing they love to do, guys. That's the only thing they love to do. Talk about Xbox. They don't look what's happening with PlayStation. Just let's talk about Xbox. Let's talk shit about Xbox. Xbox is dog shit. Xbox hasn't dropped a first party game this year. That's the type of shit I've been seeing on Twitter. That's the type of nonsense I've been seeing on Twitter. And it makes me laugh. They talk about this year alone. Let me pull something up for you guys in the chat. This year alone, when it comes to Xbox first party games. Guys, this is our first party game. What's going on, Abdul TTMS Playboy? Let me have some water, guys. Hi-Fi Rush is at 87. Starfield, these are first party games, guys. Starfield is at 84. Forza Motorsport is at 84 right now. Age of Empires and Age of Empires 4, 86 and 83. Redfall was the dud. When it comes to the reviews, that was the dud. 56. Ghostwire Tokyo 82. Minecraft Legends 71. Quake 2 Remastered 90. Versus that dog shit PlayStation. MLB is at 82 and Horizon Ho of the Mountain is 79. That's what I'm talking about. Overall, guys, let's keep it a buck. Overall, Xbox dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games this year. First party games. 9 first party games. And out of the 9, 1 got low reviews. Just think about that, guys. Out of them 9 games, 1 game got low reviews. For me, that's a fucking great lineup for first party game. That is a success. You're dropping 9 games in 1 year, first party games. And one gets bad reviews. Come on, guys. That's fucking awesome. How can you be disappointed in that, guys? That's incredible, guys. Don't get me wrong. I want to talk shit. I want the games to score as high as possible. But overall, looking at all of these games that dropping in Game Pass day 1. Incredible, ain't it? Out of all of them games, 1 game was a dud. Like it got low reviews. That is amazing. That's 9 games, and let's not include the other games that come into Game Pass. Just remember that. 9 Lives 210. I'm not sure, bro. That's Dirk Gritty's boy, so I'm not sure, bro. Do you know what it is, bro? I'll talk about it. You know the problem is a lot of the guys when you on a pan. Let me remove this shit. No, let me leave. No, let me just move. Let me put this like that so you can see me better. You know, when you're on a panel full of motherfucking ponies. Let's keep it real. Full of ponies now. I'm not talking about PlayStation fans. I'm talking about ponies right now. You're trying to appease them. You're trying to be on their level. Like, listen, this guy keeps it real. You're trying to make it look like, you're trying to make yourself look like, you know what? Yeah, Sean76, he was on this podcast, or he was in this DM, or he's on Twitter. That dude, for the Xbox guys, he keeps it real. That's what the problem is. You put yourself in a ring full of ponies. And what's gonna happen when ponies are talking shit, which to talk shit all day, every day about Xbox? What are they gonna say? Them same people will say, yeah, Xbox doesn't have no games properly. You know, they need to drop consistent games, blah blah blah. Because the other side is saying the same shit. They have an agenda, and sometimes the agenda it can kind of mess you up a bit because you're trying to keep it fair. You're not trying to be a full-on bot. You're trying to be unbiased, basically. That's what they're trying to do. But this is what happens when me and Dirk Grigsby have talked about this. Me and Dirk have been on podcasts battling these ponies. So we got experience. We know exactly what's going on. We were in the same DMs fighting them same ponies. So Dirk will tell you this ain't no bullshit. But when it comes to this, when you're in a panel full of ponies, it can mess you up a bit, your mind. Because you're trying to keep it real. Even though you might not mean it. That person might not mean it. But he's just saying it because the chat, you got 300-400 people watching him. You got 6-7 people on the panel trying to keep it right. Sorry, trying to keep it real. But looking at this lineup here, guys, you telling me, listen, guys, even though 2022, Xbox did not have one AAA first party game, they still dropped, when it came to the AA games, they were still high quality games. Let's keep it a buck. But 2023, guys, don't tell me Xbox has no games. Don't tell me Xbox has not dropped nothing. Let me put this back to full zoom again. Look at that quality. 9 out of fucking 9 games that one got low scores. You tell me that ain't quality? You tell me that this is Game Pass fodder? Amit Kumar, when keeping it real goes wrong, facts. You want to talk about facts. You want to talk about numbers. Look at these numbers here right now, guys. I'm not making these numbers up. These numbers on the internet. These numbers on Metacritic score right now. All of these games right here, right now. You can see these games on the screen right now, guys. Every single one of these games are in Game Pass. Day one. Launches. $9.99. $12.99. Pounds. That is pounds. Sorry. I'll do American dollars. $16.99 or $17, whatever it is. Every one of these games here right now, guys. You telling me 87 is a dog shit game. You telling me 84 is a dog shit game. 84 is a dog shit game for Motorsport. Age of Empires 86. Look on the other side. Look on the other side. Horizon Hold the Mountain got an 87. Some shit like that. Same as Hi-Fi Rush. Ghost of Tsushima got an 82. Same as Ghostwire Tokyo. Death Stranding got an 82. Some shit. Same as whatever you want to call it there, what Age of Empires or Starfield, sorry. So you telling me this year alone, look at all of these games. Every single one of these games on the list. Out of 9 games, one was a kind of a miss. You telling me that's bad? Do you remember when they were saying fire Phil Spencer? Do you remember when they were saying fire Phil Spencer over Redfall? But every single one of these dudes forgot about the rest of the games that were coming out. I bet they're not saying fire Phil Spencer now. But ponies will want Phil Spencer to be gone. Yeah, Abdul, that's a great point, guys. You can stack amazing when it comes to VPN Game Pass Ultimate. Abdul, you might need to send me a new link because my Game Pass runs out of 2025, so I can stack it. Send me a link on Twitter, Abdul, for that. Let me do a VPN on that if it's cheap enough. Because that's to get it dead cheap, bro. Let me know, Abdul. Send me something. I bet you're not saying fire Phil Spencer now, but the only reason why they're saying fire Phil Spencer, because Phil's a gamer. He understands the game. He's made games. He's been in the gaming industry for 30 plus years. He's made moves that nobody has ever done in any gaming history, in the history of gaming. That's why they're upset. That's why they want Phil Spencer gone. 1 second, let me just pull this up. Mitchy Poo goes, Sean and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but PS only had 6 new first-party consoles released in 2022 and 2023. Xbox already has more in 2023, not including Game Pass like Pentiment. You're not far off, bro. I think the games are more or less the same. Mitchy Poo, I had a list up, but I can't find it. I wanted to talk about this, but that was like 2 weeks ago. I wanted to talk about the game next gen games only versus PlayStation next gen games, and I believe it's the same, or maybe Xbox. I think it's the same. Once Spider-Man drops, I can't remember. I may be wrong though. Getting back to this, they want Phil Spencer gone because the moves he's making. ABK deal is going to be different. Yeah, send it in Discord, guys. Let me put a Discord link in. If it's your first time, guys, I'll put a Discord link in here. Let me put my social as well. 1 second, guys. Let me put all of the links there. There we go. Phil is a gangster. Let me remove this 1 second, guys. Phil is a gangster. Phil's a beast. Let me pull this up 1 second. There we go. Tractor Yomi, it's a good game. I only play. There's like 3 different endings to that Tractor Yomi. But getting back to this, if people are saying Xbox has no quality games this year alone, they're full of shit. Either they are full of shit, not either. They are full of shit. They just surrounded themselves with some ponies and kind of saying and trying to keep it real. This year alone, look at that list. One game was in the 50s. The rest of the games on the 80s, 90s. And you telling me that's a bad year? And you telling me that Game Pass only gets fodder games? This year alone, Game Pass has been fucking incredible. Absolutely breaking. Like the games that's coming out for Game Pass the second half, it's insane. Starfield, Motorsport, Gotham Knights, Cocoon. You got the Inchi game, the Yakuza games coming this year. There's 2 Yakuza games coming this year. This second half of this year has been crazy, bro. That's what we're talking about. This year alone, they're going to be dropping 4 or 5 games, easy first-party games. That's excluding the second or third-party games that's coming in Game Pass or for Xbox platform. That's what we're talking about, guys. But people don't want to see that. When you put a list in front of them, when you put that list, then they must be thinking, oh shit, wait a minute. I might be mistaken. Xbox has dropped these games, and these are the scores for Xbox. Maybe I should look at Game Pass. Maybe I should look at an Xbox. Maybe you should. The Ace Attorney trilogy also dropped on Game Pass. Yeah, I've never played them games. My boy Devin Hyperfan Gaming, he goes, this dope is like reminds him of Lost Judgment a bit with the case. You do like a court case in that as well. He goes, it reminds him of that. Join the Discord because we'll do some community game nights as well. But getting back to that, guys, who was it? 9Lab said, when you surround, I'm going to finish with this point, then I'll talk about Forza Motorsport. When you surround yourself in ponies, around ponies, when you do podcasts with ponies, when you're in the same DM in ponies, there's no need to send it. When you're in the same bubble as these guys, that's when your mind starts playing a bit of tricks, or you're trying to be fair. But them same guys, let me tell you something. You say the same shit, let them critique a PlayStation. None of them will say jack shit. Not one person will say jack shit about PlayStation. Let me put the link in for the Discord again, guys. Nightbot will put the link in for Discord. Just click the link and join it. Not one person will say jack shit. That's the difference, guys. We can come out and talk about it, but them guys won't say jack shit. And that's why we don't mess about with ponies. We don't fuck with ponies. Straight up. You know how we roll when it comes to TTS and WBG. We don't play that shit. We've been through it 2018, 2019, 2020, and a bit of 2021. That's it. We don't do that shit anymore. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of TTS and WBG. Enough of that bullshit. That's what you guys want to come and you rock over does. Nobody wants to hear a PlayStation dude talking shit. When there's positive news, listen, when there's negative news about Xbox, fair play, talk about it. But when there's positive news, you're still talking negative. Watch what happens. Forza Motorsport's got an 84, 85 when it finishes. Watch how they talk shit about that game. Trust me, watch how they talk shit about that game. Well, that's the whole point. That's the reason why I got an 84 is because it's Game Pass. Because of Game Pass, that's why the game got an 84. It's missing this, is missing that. But the bitch ass motherfuckers forget what's been put in the game. There's been so much put in this game, it's crazy, bro. Trust me, I've been playing it for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And I'm only at the beginning. I just completed the introduction cup. So much. But trust me, like I said, listen, you punk ass ponies. Listen to me. I look at your faces. I look into my eyes, punk bitches. Look at your own house before you talk shit about someone else's house. Remember that, bitches. Let me have some water. They piss me off, these ponies. Don't talk about Jim Ryan, punk ass. Now let's talk about Forza. Forza Motorsport. Straight up. The game's come out, it's got great reviews. I believe it's on an 84 right now. I don't remember if it's moved up or moved lower. But as of right now, it's on an 84. Let me pull up something before I continue. Where is this shit? Now guys, I played the game. Let me give a quick impression on it. I played the game. I moved to New Zealand. I've got the premium edition. I moved to New Zealand. I got to play it today. I played the introduction cup. The game starts off like Forza Horizon games. You know how it starts off with different seasons, different tracks. It starts off like that. Different cars as well. Looks absolutely stunning. The game plays fantastic. One thing I love about this game, what so far I've learned so far, you know, when a game does it start off slow? Yes, because it's telling you all of the information, how the game plays, what you need to do, how the system works. That's what it is. How the mechanics work as well. The upgrading system, the penalty system, your cars, your class, everything. So when you start this game, when it comes to Forza Motorsport, when you do that introduction, just like all the Forza Horizon games, give you different cars, different tracks, you get to choose 3 cars. The Subaru Impreza, the Mustang, and I think it's a Honda Civic. I'm rocking the OLED 2man55. I've got the OLED, I got the B7, so I got a 2017 OLED. So that OLED does 4K 60, HDR Dolby Vision, or 1080p 120. For a 2017 TV, it's not bad. But when I get my house ready, I'll upgrade. I'll get the C3 or the C4. Might be the C4 then next year, or whatever's available at the time. Now, guys, you choose 3 cars: the Honda Civic, the Subaru Impreza, and the Mustang, I believe it is. I chose the Subaru Impreza. The game starts off, tells you all the mechanics. Now, when you play this game, guys, let me tell you something. When you play this game, the mechanics feels tight. Pause. If you want to say pause, say pause. Feels tight, guys. It's time for an upgrade. 100% it's time for an upgrade. Because the upgrade I want to get is going to be a 77 or 83 inch. That's what I want. I got a 65, but I'm pushing to a 77 or 83 inch. That's what I want next. I'm holding off. So next year, I will hold off. Ritz, what's going on, killer? What's going on, Playboy? Yeah, definitely. I need to upgrade. I do need to upgrade. But the TV's still amazing, guys. You'd be surprised. People still come and say, is that a new TV? The TV's amazing because it's got a new panel on it. Darren Hauser, what's going on? Now, let me get back to the mechanics, guys. This is one of the best Forzas I've played. So probably the best so far when it comes to racing mechanics. It is tight. I'm not going to say pause. When you drive in this game, it feels rock solid. It doesn't feel like you're floating like that dog shit GT7. It feels like you can feel the road and the car when you move, going in and out of the corners, it's like when you can just feel it, like the way when you turn left or right, it's going into that direction. Like it's perfect. It's like the best way I can put it. When you want to turn left, it goes as like a pinpoint to that exactly, that directly goes into the corner, perfect. It's just the response time is beautiful. Now the penalty system, guys. When it comes to the penalty system, that is a smart system. That AI system is quite good, bro, and you can put it higher. I've got a medium or some shit. I can't remember now. The penalty system, it knows when you've done a collision. Like if you do an accident collision, it does not give you a penalty. When you go off track, it does not give you a penalty unless it knows you're doing a shortcut. Unless it knows you've done it on purpose and you took that corner on purpose, you get a penalty like 0.2 seconds, a penalty. When you hit someone from behind and it knows you come in at high speed, it'll give you a penalty. You can see a lot. I got some clips on YouTube. Well, not YouTube, sorry. Where is this clip? 1 second. My profile. Where's my profile? Where's my profile? 1 second, guys. Sorry. What can't I pull it for? Something here. I can't find it. I'll pull it up in a minute. 1 second. Why is my shit not here, man? This is what I'm talking about, a penalty system. Where is this shit? Alright, 1 second, guys. Here it is. So this is on Twitter, so obvious compression will be dog shit. But I want you to guys look where my cursor is. You'll have a penalty system. So this is like me in the beginning of the game testing out the mechanics. Now, guys, can you see here? Where my cursor is, you can see the collision. It's saying I've gone off track. You can see here. So what it's doing here right now, guys, is calculating what's happened and what have you done. And it depends if you can see a penalty or not. See? I got no penalty, so I got away with that one. But look what happened here. But I went off the track. As you can see, this system here, this AI system is awesome. Even though I came in the side, but I went off the track because I took a shortcut a bit. You can see here, it's giving me a warning right now. So I went off the track and it gave me a penalty. Let me pull back on this. Yeah, guys, honestly, the game's amazing. And the sound of the cars. Justin Bodram, what's going on, player? Budram, what's going? The sound of the cars is awesome. I've not put my Dolby headset on yet, my Bang Olufsen's, but I've done it with my AV system. It sounds amazing. And I'm only at the beginning. When you do the introduction, this is called the introduction cup. It gives you 3 options for the cars. Trust me, guys, this game plays so good. And I know I'm only at the beginning. There's a clip where I messed up. I don't know if it's downloaded or not. I messed up. Guess what I did, guys? It gives. I think it was on the previous one as well. You could choose the way you want to tune your car, and the way you could choose how you want your car to approach this race. When it comes to this race, what you can do is to make your car go faster. And obviously, I didn't have the modifications at the time. If I want to go faster, I can reduce my fuel in my tank. So my car will be faster and lighter, and it can brake better, having less fuel in the car. It tells you how much laps you can get out of it. I was doing one race. I've recorded it, but I don't know if it's uploaded to my phone yet. I got to the last 2 bends. Guess what happened, guys? I ran out of fuel. Because I was trying to be a smart ass. I was trying to be faster, lighter, and go around the corners faster. But I ended up running out of fuel, guys. I couldn't believe I was around the corner, the checker flag. I've got it recorded. I'll post it on Twitter later once I download it. I ran out of fuel. I'm like, shit. Come on, man. Run out of fuel. I was pissed off. And on top of that, when you do enter the races, as you progress, say like there's 20 cars on the track, you can choose what pole position you want to be in. That's the beauty. I love that. I love that feature. I'm not sure that was in Forza Motorsport afterwards, after the update, but you can choose where you want to be, and your chosen position can give you more credits. I was choosing around about 10, 11. That was still fine. You can choose how fast the car's gonna be. You want it to be fast, put it faster. With your assist, you can put your assist off as well with one button. So the features so far, Forza Motorsport has been incredible. Now just use my feet, Fred Flintstone. But what's been crazy, guys? What's been crazy? The game got an 84. The game can't, long live the Black Mamba, you can make the game go pure skill. Absolutely pure skill. With the fuel reduction, and on top of that, long live the Black Mamba. You can, if it's a long race, say like you're doing a 25-minute race, for example, you can do the race in such a way that you could check about 1 pit stop, 2 pit stops. You could do it in that way, like you could do 1 pit stop, and that's it. You go in, you fuel your tank. There's such a way of doing this game. You can approach every race totally different. I'm assuming when it comes to the long races, like the endurance races, you gotta do your pit stop properly. You can listen, guys. When you play today, excuse me. When you play today, tomorrow, next week, the game will go. It'll show you how to play the game. The first hour or so is kind of telling you what's going on with the game, what's the systems like, what you can do, because it's an introduction cup. Once you do the introduction cup, you move on to the right stuff. The homie Corey, what's going on? Mosley with the 2. Hi, Sean. Great show. Appreciate it, bro. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. What was GT rating? GT rating was the 87. And let me tell you something. GT didn't deserve that. GT deserved the low 80s, personally. Guys, go to New Zealand. If you got a premium pack, you can play it right now. Now, this game's got an 84 Metacritic. They're talking shit about Forza Motorsport. The tax, Jeremy Brown, the tax is crazy, bro. I'll put it this way. Is there some feature missing from Forza Motorsport? Maybe certain tracks? Yeah, but they were coming back. Don't tell me the game hasn't improved in different ways. Don't tell me they implemented new features, new racing system, new tech. Don't tell me they haven't done nothing to this game. This game scored lower than Forza Motorsport 7. At best, come on, match it. I think Forza Motorsport 7 got an 87, 88. GT7 guys, that's what we're talking about. But don't tell me, guys, that this game is lower than the previous Forza Motorsport. If you want to match it. 87 fair plays when it comes to the previous Forza game. But lower than Forza Motorsport 7 when it's done things 10 times better in other ways. And maybe Forza Motorsport had better tracks, but you gotta understand, this is a complete rebuild. This ain't no bullshit port. This is a rebuild of the tracks, cars, physics system, Forza tech engine, everything from the ground up. They're going to be dropping content every month. And you tell me this game is lower than the 84? Lower than the previous Forza Motorsport? That's a joke to me, guys. Absolutely joke. Now, I've seen some people sharing clips on Twitter. I'm going to show you one or two. And sometimes, look, I'll be honest with you, when you look at some of these clips, Forza looks really bad. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with these clips? Dustin Leggetti put a clip out. It looked really bad. I'm not sure if the HDR was washed out or something, but it looked really bad. But I want to show you something, guys, a clip. Let me show you this clip. Let's compare Forza Motorsport to GT. Now, maybe at times GT might look better. I'm not denying that. Maybe some tracks, some scenes, GT7 might look better. But overall, nah, bro. Now, guys, look at this shit here. I don't know if this volume is good or not, but let's see. Forza Motorsport on the left. Wet weather versus GT. Let's go. You see this shit? Look at this shit. Look at the quality in everything, every department. Look how done the GT7 looks. Looks like a PS2 game. Fucks, bro. That's the shit I'm talking about, guys. If you want to do comparisons, let's do comparisons on different tracks, multiple weathers. The GT7 looks like dog shit. Look at it. Look at the difference. Look at the reflections on the headlights and all that bullshit. Look at the headlights on the floor. Look at the ground. Look at the weather. Look at that reflection. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Look at the reflections. Look at the difference, guys. Now, maybe another track, GT might look similar. But overall, guys, look at the bigger picture. Let me put it full screen for you guys. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the headlights, the reflections on the floor. Look at the weather, the rain. Look at the details in the car. Look at the driving, the way it looks. Bro, come on, man. What are we doing here? Guys, tell me what looks better. Left or right? Yeah, if the gamma levels messed with them, bro, they need to sort it out. Fair play. Hopefully the update can sort it out. I'm stopping this shit. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's the difference. But listen, I've said this and I always say this. Every when it comes to different tracks, it may be different. But come on, man, when you're doing comparisons, you should compare it properly with every department. Silent Cypher with the two goes a GT7 playing on a dog shit PlayStation 3, laughing out loud. Facts, bro. Come on, man. I notice what these guys do. If you want to do comparisons, do in every department. Dry weather, same track, car detail, wet weather, reflections, car lighting, models. Do it all. Don't cherry pick. Jeremy Brown, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. You know, I didn't expect it to go. I didn't expect it to go below an 80, 85, 86. I'll be honest with you. But to see Forza go below 84, below Forza Motorsport 7 and GT7, that surprised me. I'll be honest with you. That surprised me. But to see what's going on right now, guys, I want the tax. Listen, guys, the tax is real. The tax is real. Long live the Black Mamba. Remember that GT7 video Dirt made on Twitter? Yeah, laughing a lot, bro. I don't know if he's here or not. I wonder where it is. Let me see if I can find that clip. 1 second. If I can find it, I'll find it for you. But I remember that shit, bro. That's crazy, man. Absolute joke, but I'm listen, still a great score. But I'm kind of surprised that actually got that type of the reviews were quite low for that. Not low, but you know what I mean. Compared to a motorsport game, I'm quite surprised, to be honest. I expected it to be a bit more better, like in the sense of like similar scores. No, it's not here. What is this intro? No, it's not here, bro. I can't find it, bro. Then get back there. Now, what's crazy, before I close this show, it's 1 hour, 20 minutes now. I'm going to close it in the next 5-10 minutes, guys. What's crazy to me is that I've always said this, and this is for every platform, every game. For example, you wouldn't give me a first-person game to review, because I don't give a fuck about first-person games like that. I play them here and there, but I don't give a shit about them in that sense. I'm saying, they're not my number one games. So you wouldn't give me a review copy of like Call of Duty, for example. Just for example, Call of Duty. You give it to someone that plays first-person games and is a fan of Call of Duty games, or a fan of shooting games, first-person shooting games. But what's crazy to me is that, and I said this before, when you give a game to someone that's not even a racing fan, that's a problem to me. That is a problem for me. Now, guys, I want you guys to look at Xbox zoom in. Now, guys, I don't have a problem with Steve Iver. What is it? I don't have a problem with Steve Iver when it comes to the reviews, but listen, when you have someone that's is not a car person, when you have someone is not in the car, a hardcore car person, a simulation guy, why are you letting this guy review a game when he's not a car person like that? Or into simulation games like that? Hardcore racing games. Tech Raptor, never heard of them. No idea who the fuck they are. If you're not a car person, why is your punk ass reviewing the game? Guys, is this shit for real, bro? Is this shit for real? Why is this guy reviewing this game when he's not a car person? He prefers Forza Horizon because it's more fun. But Motorsport is a hardcore racing game. And I'm not. Look, then he says, I'm certainly no expert. I think car fans will love this. That said, is it for everyone? No. No shit, Sherlock. Not every game is for everyone. This is a hardcore racing game. And you're giving it to some punk ass bitch that is not a car person, does not like hardcore racing games. What are we doing here? Is this the shit we're doing? Jacob Fox. Jacobs, you're 100% right, Jacob. This is what I'm trying to say. Do not give me a first-person shooting game to review, because I don't give a shit about it. Straight up. So why aren't they giving this dude, Steve Iver, someone from there, who's not into the racing game scene, a hardcore racing sim game, and you let him review a racing game? When he starts off with his first beginning of his review, I'm not a car person. I don't like to mess about with hardcore shit. The elements of Forza Motorsport. Is this game for everybody? No. Man, this shit's confusing to me. It's baffling to me, guys. Absolutely baffling. I don't know what to say. No shit. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys. I tell you straight, man. You know, I'm gonna close out in the next few minutes. Let me have some water. Guys, all I'm gonna say is we talked about this so many times. The Xbox tax is real. But when it comes to Steve Webb, listen, I don't mind who's reviewing the game. But if the guy's not into racing games, hardcore racing games, and this will be the same for GT7. If the guy who's reviewing the game is not a racing game, do not give that copy to him. Don't let him review that shit. Let's be real. Don't let someone who's not into racing game review that shit. Don't let someone who's not into first person shooting games review that shit. Don't let someone who's into open world RPG games review them games. Come on, guys. I'm being real. I think Steve Iver gave GT7 a 7.5, I think so as well. Or 7. But I'm just trying to say, why are you giving these games to like someone that's not into racing games? Wilfrey, you might be right, bro. Excuse me. You might be right. You might be right. Mr. Digit, I'm not sure what Digital Foundry gave, but yeah, Chia Walkie make a great point there. But listen, they know controversy makes a great hit. People click on the articles, but that surprised me. I don't like that shit. That's with any game, guys. Honestly, any games. Let's keep it real. If someone's not into a certain genre, don't give that guy a game. Don't give him the game. Pass it on or something. Or wait until someone drops it. I know it's money. I know it's business. But come on, man. Don't give someone who starts off with the sentence, his first review. First sentence in his review. I'm not into racing games. I'm not a car person. It's a joke, guys. Absolute joke, man. It's beyond me. But listen, guys. It's been a great show. Honestly, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. You guys were entertained. I had a lot of fun with you guys talking that shit. Oh, you sent something in the DM? 1 second. Let me see. What have you sent me on Twitter, Raiden Blade? I know WebDave sent me this. This is what I'm not gonna talk about this. Raiden Blade, what have you sent me? What have you sent me on on Twitter? Now this is WebDave. This is what WebDave was talking about earlier. This is what he was talking about. Ziff Davis, he was a Sony official Sony partner. Discontinued the official US magazine, but he purchased IGN. IGN is owned by this guy. Just remember this shit, you guys. Raiden Blade, what have you sent me? I don't see nothing. Randomly, what have you sent it to? What have you sent it to me? Yeah, but getting back to this guy acquired IGN and used to work for PlayStation Magazine back in the day. He used to own magazine or some shit. So just to remember now, them days are long gone now, guys. It's gonna be difficult to get them with IGN. They know them clicks. They know them clicks are awesome. You send something in Discord. Let me pop it 1 second, guys. Let me boot up Discord, man. Hopefully the computer doesn't slow down. Man, let me boot up with Discord. No, it's all good, bro. In Discord, where have you sent it? I don't see nothing. 1 second. You guys are sending a couple of things. What have you sent? I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to this clip. Where's my messages? I can't see it. Shit. I don't see it, guys. I don't see it. You haven't sent nothing. Sorry, you haven't sent nothing. But getting back to this. IGN, yeah, this is what we're talking about, guys. Just be ready for this shit. The Discord Twitch link. All right. What's going on? You talking about that picture? Yeah, I did see that, bro. I've seen that before. I'm not sure what they're doing, bro. I'm not sure. I did see that before. Now, but guys, listen, I'm gonna close this out. I got one more thing. 1 second. Where is this shit? No, I don't think I got one more thing. But overall, guys, I'll get back to it. I might talk about it later. I have seen the picture, but I'm not sure what's the difference. What's it saying? Hey, Sean, can you answer the question? Let me see this question here. 1 second. What is this question here? What is that question? I'll pull it quickly before I go. I'll pull it before I go. Reggie's hacked in your computer? Nah, it's all good, bro. They're talking about this guy's here. They're talking about it. IGN lowered the Forza Motorsport resolution to 1080p to attempt to make to compare GT7. I think it's the issue with it could be an issue with the HDR or something, but I'm not sure, guys. But we'll definitely talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it this week. I'm sure on TTS when more information comes out. I got a few more hours in. We'll definitely talk about it, Playboy. The homie called me with the 5. One reviewer gave it 5.5 because of the track design. These are real life tracks that they scanned and created the assets from the game. I love them. Carl Reed, this is what we're talking about. What kind of stupid shit is that? These are proper, genuine tracks. They ain't made up tracks. These are 100% scan tracks. Yeah, Turn 10 is built from the ground up. That studio is built from the ground up, Turn 10. Jacob. But that's what we're talking about. These dudes here talking about I don't like the track design. Them are the real tracks. What are they gonna do? Make fake tracks? It's a racing game. It's a simulation game. Yeah, they took it down now. They will take it down. They will absolutely take it down. But guys, trust me, the tax is real. F these ponies. Do not rock out with them. Tell them when you're on Twitter, tell them to kiss my ass. Says Sean786 says kiss my ass. That's what I gotta say to them punk ass bitches. And a message for Jim Ryan. Let me give a message to Jim Ryan. You remember this? You remember this message?
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
PlayStation.
PlayStation doesn't have shit. Absolute dog shit this year. Let's see how it plays at home. Anyway, guys, listen. Let me close this shit out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep rambling on. Guys, take care. Be safe. I'll see you on TTS this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm out. And let me give a shout out to the marketing director, Kids Move, once again for this.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.